Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Integrity Coin. Now this is a coin that's been on my radar for a little while, and it is actually being created by a close friend of mine, which is one of the reasons I'm doing the video today. So you can see his beautiful face on the screen right in front of you, and this is Jono. So I'm going to let Jono talk a little bit about the coin and kind of promote it for himself, and then we'll start to look at the tokenomics, and I'll give you my opinion on the coin, my truthful opinion.
Oh
So,
no.
so Jono, tell me a bit about the coin. What are the plans for the coin? Why did you make the coin in the first place?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Scott, thanks for having me on. And I like where your channel's going as well. Predator Presale is a cool name. I like all the marketing, all the little materials you got in it as well. It's cool, like your intro. So
Thanks.
nice work on that. Um, so the coin, I try to write kind of. There's loads of different answers I could give you all at once because it kind of dates back further than than recent times. Because me and Harmeet have been on different but similar journeys, and it's about we wanting to build something that's almost like bigger than us, but will last. But the sort of recent stuff that we've been how we started was we got into, well, you kind of know a bit of my journey already into altcoins. So I've been involved in Bitcoin and Ethereum for a little while, the big stuff, and I just thought it was an investment, and that was it. I just, a long-term investment. I think crypto is going to be going to the moon in general. It's changing finance around the world, everything. And then I saw these altcoins because Harmeet actually told me about Evergrow. And he told me, and he goes, "Oh, this is a coin I'm going to invest in." And I was just like, "Oh, I'll have a little fun. I haven't invested in an altcoin or even this isn't even an altcoin; it's even smaller than that." So I only invested really in a bit of Ethereum. And then so I put some money into it, and then I couldn't believe the growth, and the explosion of people talking about the coin, how many people got interested. I'd never seen this part of crypto before. And then me and Harmeet got talking, and of course there was loads of excitement. That we were seeing our money like 10x and stuff. Was ridiculous x. I don't know, his 100x or something at one stage, and all this stuff. And we're there going, "What is going on?" Um, then then we started talking about, well, why can't we build our own coin? Now our motivations, we've got our own motivations. You know me, Scott. I like to just take things on board, go all in on it. I go all in every time. I probably lost all my money over the last 3 4 years, almost two or three times, because I can't help myself, but always throwing myself into things as much as possible. And I did that with eBay when I started with eBay. Now that did eventually slow, but I have made all these new connections from it. Helped some people, hopefully yourself as well. And now I'm in a position to be able to do these extra projects. Have time for them and maybe put some money into them. So me and Harmeet, we first it was like a light-hearted comment, like once if we made our own coin and sort of started our own journey, and we kind of treat it like a business, because a lot of coins just treat it like, hey, invest with us, and then no one cares, do they? They just pump and dump or whatever they do. Whereas we said, well, why don't we make it something that's going to change our lives? Like Harmeet wants to get out of he works part-time 3 days a week, and he wants to get out of that grind. He really wants to do something for himself, and this is part of his identity. So, and I saw this as an opportunity to start a new project and to have something really long term. Because eBay, unfortunately for me, it was all that happened was, what happened. Well, a lot happened to us, Scott. Account got shut down. I lost a lot of interest in eBay, and it was tough to keep going if my heart's not in it. And this is something that I've now I feel like I'm laser focused on. So yeah, me and Harmeet came together through another coin. We actually did know each other. We met each other on a Bollywood film set, but again, that's another story. That was years ago. It was so random, but it was nice to be able to talk again. And then we've bonded well as well, which helps, because we communicate well with each other. Because I couldn't imagine working with someone if I couldn't talk to them or even had anything in common. So it helps that we've got that, and we're both on the same wavelength. Even though Harmeet has been driving the contract, he's really been the guy working with the devs. So, and I appreciate the hard work he's been doing.
Good, good. Right, so I'm just taking a look at your website here. It's a very nice website,
Thank you.
really clean and put together.
But we've
Um,
got a web developer on it as well, so we're not just doing it ourselves. It's not like let's just jump on. I don't know. Well, five was all right. We've had a couple of things from there, but we've got a proper developer in the UK who's working with us on that. So we're making sure it's decent. Trying to get some people from the UK to work with us too. So yeah.
So let's talk about the tokenomics. I'm just having a quick look here. We've got an 18% buy tax and a 20% sell tax. Now, obviously, that's not a small amount. I've seen
No.
coins with the same amount of buy and sell tax that have done very well. Can you give me the reasonings behind why you've gone for such a high tax?
Yeah, so we did originally have a slightly lower tax, and then the reflections were lower too. We had 10% reflections, but then we saw a lot of people in the community with the rise of the reflection coin, with it being like it. I can't say it's the utility and that's the best thing about it, because that's what happened with Evergrow. That they could literally say, you get reflection, that is the utility of our coin. How amazing is that? It's no longer amazing. It's kind of standard. So, but we wanted to have really, really high reflections. So, and we wanted to reward sort of the buyers more than the sellers. So when the sellers sold, I know we all want to sell at some point, don't we? And don't get me wrong, I'm not like a fool here and thinking that everyone's going to hold forever, but we want people to hold as much as possible. So we put a 14% on the front and then a 16% on the back. Sorry, I'm talking about. I've got my numbers mixed up, didn't I? Because I'm thinking of reflections. Sorry. Is it 14?
It is. It's 14 and 16. So by 18%, 14% of that goes to reflections.
Yes, it's
And
right.
so,
Yeah,
yeah, you did get it right.
yeah. I got it right with the numbers, but I suddenly started thinking about the taxes. So
Yeah.
14% on the front end when people buy. We want that overall tax to be slightly lower, and that's why we've got it to 18. And that allows us to then give us a lot back to the holders, but then even more comes back to them when we sell. Now, we're just hoping that people will hold for a long time. We're in this project for a long period of time. And we wanted that our first sort of draw to be high reflections. And that's why we did increase the taxes. But as you noticed, we haven't got any, you're probably going to talk about this anyway, but we haven't got anything going to the marketing wallet, because we've actually got that sorted. So it allowed us to be able to keep that distance between the amount we tax people, because we've seen other people tax 20% and only give 10% in reflections. And that is way too far. And a lot of them have tried to change things now because they realized the feedback they've been getting, and people saying, why is there such a big difference, or does there need to be? And we realized that there doesn't need to be such a big gap. So we're trying to give as much back to the holders as possible. And then we make sure that the tokenomics work by just giving those little bits where we can, just to make sure the coin still operates as it should.
Okay, so I'm going to pick your brain and I'm going to make you sweat. What is the max? What is the total supply of coins?
The total supply the total supply including everything is 1 quadrillion.
Okay, and I'm looking at the anti-whale feature of a maximum sell transaction of 200 billion coins. Do you think that will affect big players in the community that want to invest a lot of money? Do you think they'll be happy with a maximum sell of 200 billion coins? Or, my second question, is that maximum sell of 200 billion coins timed, and will that stop after a certain amount of days or weeks?
I see what you mean. I'm going to answer the other way around so I can remember the second question. The first question. So the second question, yes, it is timed. It's every 24 hours. We've seen other people do something similar, but they don't only let you sell like once a week. And we realized that's too long to be able to do that. So what we've done to try and have a balance, we're doing 200 billion every 24 hours. And also people can transfer tokens tax-free, but there is also a lock and you can't move them again for 24 hours. And that's stopped people from trying to just manipulate things a little bit. But we don't want to penalize people for transferring. So there's no tax on that.
So there's no transfer tax?
There's no transfer tax, yeah. We're just trying to make it a little bit fair because we know that everyone else does a transfer tax. But
I completely agree with that, because one of my pet peeves is a transfer tax. I completely hate it, especially when there's some kind of security risk and you've got to move your coins and you get taxed. It is unfair.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I suppose you've personally
I've
felt
personally
that
done
pain
that,
of having to, and also like I think you've sent me some of a coin before because we went together in it, and then I had to just accept that the tax wasn't
Yeah,
get taxed.
that's it.
Whereas that wouldn't happen with your tags, with integrity. And the other one is, that is a very good question, because I tried to put my mind in their eyes as well. And we're trying to think of something that balances out all of everyone together, because we've got to protect the guys who are investing a lot of money, but also got to protect the little guys too, because there's going to be a big rush of people trying to invest a lot all at once when we launch. I get that. That's the normal spike. So what we're trying to do is, when that spike happens, we're trying to keep a more linear curve, I suppose, rather than it going up and then pulling back way too much. We don't want it to get to a point where people feel disheartened, because I know that when we see that kind of chart, I think something psychologically happens. I think people almost stop believing in the project as much. Now, you did mention, would the big guys be put off? They could be. I couldn't say that they wouldn't. There might be some people who go, well, I want to put, I want to buy 5 trillion or 6 trillion, whatever they want to purchase on launch. If they wanted to do that, they can. But knowing that they can only sell 200 billion at a time, there's a big spike. They want to try and get out. But again, we're trying to avoid someone going, you know what, I'm happy. I've made 50% of my money. I want to just sell it all. And then they're going to cause a crash. Again, psychologically, it will just put so many people off, because we've all seen it in coins where it's had the massive pullback, and then everyone just continues to sell because someone's decided to dump like 2% of the coin in one go. So we're just trying to deal with that. It doesn't mean that will be in place forever, but for the time being, it is in place. There's no time that it's going to stop. But it doesn't mean that we might not change it in the future when we have more holders. So you've got to remember, like, the smaller amount of holders we have, and we've seen this with a lot of coins as well, the more volatile the price can be, and it ends up being quite a big issue, because you can see, if you only have like 2,000 holders, and then someone who's been buying up the coin on their own a lot decides to start selling, that the chart is going to look so messy. It's going to have a massive fall, especially where the tokenomics work with coins in general. So what we're trying to do is we're going to have that initial rush, and then we want people to benefit from the reflections. Now, I know it works on a buy and a sell basis, so there's going to be a bit of a bias on the buy side at the start, but we understand that's where most reflections come from at the beginning. And then as time goes by, I feel like me and Harmeet are going to have another conversation about the selling, and maybe we can increase that a bit, because we've got more holders, there's better liquidity, and there's more money in the price. The price has actually gone higher as well. So, I hope that was okay, Scott.
Yeah, no, that does. It sounds good. And I am looking forward to it. So I'm just having a look at the little Meet the Team page. Very nice, with some very handsome photos. And so
that's actually your wedding suit.
Yeah. So I know you. Obviously, I kind of know Hamid. Your developer, has he got any past experience in crypto coins? Tell me a bit about it. Is there anything in the contracts that we need to look out for?
Yeah, Harmeet would be the better person, or project, but they would be the better ones to speak to about him more, only because Harmeet knows him personally more than I do. I have spoke to him a few times. He is mainly working on the developing side. Harmeet's been running the development side completely. I wouldn't want to take any fire away from him, because he's the one who's been really heading that up, doing the late nights on it. I've joined in a few sessions. Prab, I call him Prab, that's his nickname. He's got a LinkedIn profile, which we are going to be adding onto the site. I'm going to speak to Harmeet as well. I just need to get his final agreement on putting his link on there. I've got one already. Luckily, some people have been asking, so I've been sending my LinkedIn and my Twitter just to say, look, that's my face. You can see it's me. Had the profile for a while. But we're going to be putting them on there. You'll get to see Prab's previous experience. He actually did a stint at Leicester Uni as well. I know he's currently working in India, but he's the guy that also works with a lot of the other developers. So he's kind of our middleman. His experience is a lot in cybersecurity, again, helping other companies with security online, I suppose. And he is a really good middleman for us. With one, he does understand the technical terms in crypto. and he's really fast to learn a lot of these things, a lot of these processes, and helping with coding. But he isn't like the expert on coding, if that makes sense. He's helping us find those people, because we know that's a skill in itself, and also him being based in India allows us to be able to find the right team to help us. Because what we decided not to go down the route of just yet was just find some people. Here's a big monthly salary. Hopefully they make us a coin. We thought actually we'd rather try and outsource some of it. So once we've got that data or that information that we need, that we don't necessarily need to just keep plowing money onto someone when really we need someone else's skills. So we're trying to be cost effective, because we're funding all this. So we need to make sure that we're not wasting any money, and it sets us up to be able to launch Integrity properly, because we want to treat it like a business, and we want Integrity Coin to succeed long term, and we want itself to generate income, not just reflections, not just leaving it as it is. Like, not that a lot of people are doing that, but I think a lot of people do. They promise all these very atypical crypto style things, but they don't follow up with them really, or they just have a general timeline. And again, you could probably pick apart our white paper by having general timelines, but that's because we made that about 2 weeks ago, and so much has happened since then. It's like there's so much to do. I know you were talking about Prab, so I kind of went off a bit there.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. And considering you said you didn't know much about it, I think you covered it quite well. So moving on to your roadmap, very interesting. A lot of things on here. Okay, obviously we have got the public release in phase 2, and this is kind of the kind of stuff we're coming up with now or soon. Anyway. Advertisement campaign. Everyone loves to know about that. You jump into a Telegram, you jump into an AMA. Everyone wants to know what advertisements you're doing. So I'll let you take the floor. Tell me about what you're planning. You don't need to tell me everything. If there's a couple of secrets in there, you leave them in there. It makes it interesting. But just give me a brief idea.
So marketing, besides this, Scott, 'cause of course this is some of the best marketing ever. This channel's going to be huge in the future. So I know how important. First of all, I just want to say I understand how important marketing is. I mean, me and you and some others who have been buying into these other coins in the past, we've even just approached people, and I've just said the question in the group, please, tell me about your marketing. Are you going to spend money on targeted marketing, or are you going to go take a sign to Montenegro for Reflecto, and put a big billboard up and go, hey, buy our coin? Damn it, fell for that one.
Yeah.
But what we're looking to do, and what I'm looking to do, because I know that I'll be taking on a lot of the ideas for marketing, but what I found amazing before I kind of go on to some plans is the mods that we've got and the team that come together have been absolutely amazing. The materials, I've got to show you some of the materials, Scott. Like, they even made little videos and stuff. And then with Integrity at the end, we've got an intro for our YouTube channel because someone else just decided to make it one that looked pretty cool.
Nice.
I'd say the quality is as good as yours, the one that you've got.
Nice.
So some of the guys that are in our group, they've done such a good job. So we've got community marketing. First of all, this is the stuff that's not paid for. This is stuff where we're running competitions to get on our pre-sale.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, sorry, I've got to emphasize, because I know this is a problem currently with pre-sales.
Yeah.
A lot of coins use whitelist competitions in Telegram groups for a main way of advertisement, and the only problem with that is it causes a huge pump and dump, because people are out there actively looking in these groups every single day to get on as many as they can, because they know, because the whitelist is filled up, they're going to pump and then they're going to dump it.
Yeah.
And they can use bots with those whitelists. So I'm hoping you're going to tell me that spamming whitelist spots into other Telegram groups isn't what's going to happen. No.
So we're not putting. I mean, I am probably more loose with whitelist spots than Harmeet, but we're talking like I want to try and give some people who are going to promote us. Coming back to marketing, like 10 spots. Like, and Mohammed's like, no, I don't think we should give away 10. We already decided what we're going to do with them. So it's kind of like, oh, damn. That is the scale I'm looking at here. Not give away like 300 in a group and go, yeah, take this, here, have some coin. You guys can buy into it and we're just going to sell into you. So no, there's not going to be any of those kind of tactics. In fact, you've just told me that tactic. I didn't even know about it. So yeah.
The only reason I followed that is because that I'm in a few Telegram groups, obviously,
Yeah.
and I like to keep myself well informed of the coins. And that tactic is one that is really, really starting to hurt whitelist pre-sales. And it started happening a couple of months ago, and I think a lot of people started to not invest in certain coins like that. Like obviously, when you see a coin called Shiba Floki Inu, and it's a 600 BNB whitelist and it's filled with 6,000 addresses, that is going to pump and dump. So it's just and what they were using to find these people to invest is they were going into certain call channels or Binance Smart Chain channels in Telegram, and they were saying, hey, we're doing a giveaway. All you got to do is go into the channel, say Binance Smart Chain Ace Calls sent me, for example, and we're going to pick 5 lucky winners. Then 5 lucky winners are going to get a whitelist spot. What that does is it gives advertisement in the channel that they've posted the competition into, and the 5 people that win the whitelist spot feel really special and all invest. And that's what happens, which causes a huge pump and dump. But I'll let you think about that.
Quickly about the pre-sale stuff. That is going to be so we're going to have 600 people on the second wave of pre-sale. We've had the whitelist has been done, and then we've got it's kind of like a whitelist, but it's like the traditional Pinksale pre-sale in terms of, and obviously I hate saying that word, but just so people who have seen pre-sales, where we're going to have our own platform, and it's going to be 600 people for 600 BNB. So there's actually some fairness to it.
So just to clarify, there's been a private round sale.
Private round, which is a mixture of people promoting the coin. There are some family and friends in there as well, but that's because they were just initial investors. And I'm happy to say that. Some people go, oh, you shouldn't say that kind of stuff, or we're worried that people do that. That's because we need to generate some people buying already, if that makes sense. Like generating money to start a business type thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then we have the people who we're giving away spots because they can promote in some big groups. And we want to say that with confidence, by the way, because I know some people might feel it's unfair to do that. But remember, we're like a business that's trying to advertise, and we want to do it in front of hot leads. We're not going to cold call. We're not going to put billboards out. We're not going to do things where we just hope that people see our coin. The competition is massive. So we decided to have some of those whitelist spots to, I know some of the mods have got them as well. Again, Harmeet knows these particular numbers more than me. And then we've got the second wave, which is the majority of people, which is the 600 people to 600 BNB. Again, it just kind of guarantees everyone to get 1 BNB. Well, I say guarantees. It's not definite, because obviously you buy up to 2.
Not with me buying up 10 BNB, that won't be.
Yeah, but not. I should never say the word guarantee, but you can buy up to maximum 2 BNB per person.
Oh, okay.
So obviously people could get it, but what we're saying is the likelihood of getting it is high, unless you don't turn up and forget about
it. And if the whitelist doesn't sell out, so if the whitelist only sells 500, for example, because not everyone can afford 1 BNB, will it go public, or will that just be coins sent to burn?
This question just got asked to me in the group, and I actually couldn't answer it because we haven't had a definite answer on that one. And it's because we're still working on the contract. But I realised that is a good question. And it's one, hopefully, if you'll do a follow-up video with me, that we'll be able to answer in that one.
I think it would be good to put a poll in the Telegram. Completely my idea. Put a poll in the Telegram group, asking the people what they want to do, whether they want it burnt or sold off as public, because a lot of people might say burn.
Yeah, they might do, actually. I mean, I've never thought of adding any extra burn to the coin or anything, but it's I don't mind asking what people want. I'll have to put that to Harmeet first. I don't want just to say I'll do that, and then what are you doing? Making things without me. Sorry. Marketing, I'll just quickly go over it. So that I'm doing a lot of learning with marketing as well. It's not like I'm a seasoned pro. I am good at making Google ads, YouTube ads, So YouTube ads are going to be part of it. We've got the YouTube channel, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, all the usual places, Telegram as well. Hopefully you'll put all those links to our stuff in the video.
Yeah, I'll also link your personal YouTube channel just as an extra docs for people to see.
Hey. Yeah, so you can see that I'm actually exist in previous videos in the past.
That's it.
So that's the first thing because that's stuff that I know. The second one is I'm good at communicating with people. I've learned that over my years with with my previous jobs and also with my business. How I've met you as well because when you YouTube, you reached out, we communicated, all that stuff. I'm using my strengths to speak. I've reached out to other YouTubers. Some are interested in just getting paid. Some are interested in getting loads of whitelist spots. Again, that's tough because some of them just like ask for loads, and you're like, well, now I need to assess whether your channel really is worth it because suddenly they bring out of what they think their worth is, and I've realized some it's just a no go because their views, their response, their interaction, all that kind of stuff, they just probably care more about getting the fee from us than actually helping people because you can look at their feeds and it's just promo, and then their feeds they just sort of whack out as many videos as possible with not much follow-up. So I realized once I've reached out to these people, I've got to now sift through which ones are good, which ones aren't.
And when you're talking about the YouTube channels here, what kind of like views and subscriber count are we kind of looking at for the type of channels that you're aiming to look to?
So we have, by the way, I won't say who it is, but we have secured one already, which is great.
Give us a number. What's
the
view count?
This guy's not huge. He's not huge. He's only got about 1,000 subs. I say only, that's not that bad. That's probably a bit more than what I've got on my channel. So he's got about 1,000 subs. His views, I think, are 500 to 1,000 plus. So between 500 and 1,500. But what we like about him is he's going to ask us, a load of like you are now. He's actually asking us a load of questions, and he's got the crypto following. He's building. He's up and coming. So we thought, and he's going to put us on his Twitter feed as well, which I think he's got more followers on his Twitter than his YouTube. But he's building on YouTube, so he's kind of up and coming, and we like that about him. So that's our first one, which is great. We're actually got that scheduled this week.
Nice.
So that's going to be good. And then I've got other people that I'm speaking to who've got about 25,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. So, and again, these are people that are active, got good loyal followers, and we're likely to get a good response from. Because what I'm trying to do is put ourselves in front of it's targeted marketing, and this I don't get why a lot of coins don't do this. They go and put loads of ads and stuff in different places. I don't really care to put an ad on PooCoin. I don't really care about that.
I've been invested in coins for a few months. There's only ever been one coin where I've clicked on a PooCoin ad and invested.
Yeah.
In that time.
I think same, and I've seen a lot of ads, and I think I did it once because I was on a whim, and I was like, "Oh, I've got a spare B&B here."
Exactly what I did.
Oh, look, there's one there. I'll do that. Fair play, and that one thing worked, and you could technically say, "Oh, you might be that one in so many," but that's a lottery, right? And we're here trying to spend money on marketing that benefits everyone. The people, the holders, not just because we want to look cool somewhere or not because we want to fill our own pockets. We got to make sure that the people who are buying into the coin, it's our duty to actually sort of do that for them, to not give back, because obviously we've got to do the marketing anyway. But just from my experience, from seeing the coins, from my experience in business, what is the point? And also, I used to have a fun casino business. I literally would have an ad that would only the people who were searching for fun casinos would find my ad. That's how targeted I made it. People that would put in exact words who wanted one for their wedding, birthdays, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of work ethic and also ideas that I'm going to bring to Integrity to actually do real targeted marketing. And that's why I'm taking my time on it. We are against it a little bit because we've got the launch at the 6th of March. But that doesn't mean it's going to stop there. It means that I might do some of it by then, but it's going to continue. So we're going to hopefully get more and more holders and more growth.
And with the exception of this video that's going to be going out probably on the 23rd of February, when is the marketing going to start?
So the marketing in some form has started now, and that's the community marketing. I know that's just the sort of the soft stuff, the stuff that people go, "Oh, we want more than that." But that stuff so far, people are shilling. I've got my team, my eBay team, who don't really work on much on eBay now. I've only got run one store currently, but that is actually going to stop because I want to put all my focus, their focus, into the coin. And so what we've decided is they are now predominantly, because they've got so much spare time. I mean, I can't, you know what it's like, Scott, I can't let them go.
Yeah.
You know, like, they've been with me so long. They're like my family.
Yeah.
From the Philippines, you know. They've been with me for so long. They know the new eBay inside out, and I feel almost bad letting them go or not giving them anything to do. So I've extended now how long I'm keeping them for. I did say to them, I'm going to have to let you go by a certain date, but I can't do it. So they're already shilling on Reddit groups. I'm upskilling them, trying to teach them new things so they can do more marketing. Because what I realized just by getting them templates, getting them places where they can actually shill and do it on a consistent basis, we are actually starting to get more and more people into the group. It's that consistency really. So that's number one. The other marketing that we're doing at the moment, I would say it's just the agreement we've got with that YouTuber that we'll announce. We'll announce in the group, in the Telegram group. I'll tell you as well, Scott. So maybe you can mention it somewhere as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got another group. I don't know if I should mention them, but there's another group. They're a big group. But they are more of a membership group. So it's a bit of a strange one. So they do their research together. And if you get in front of them, they're quite a fairly big community. They're all serious investors. But we will still tell people about that if that ends up happening. We're hoping it will. Because if that happens, we can tell people, hey, these guys have vetted us. And by the way, these guys, I think, have passed 20 people in about 1,000 people that vetted, 1,000 coins, 20. And this is over the whole time they've been operating. So this could be coins on different networks, right?
Mm.
But the fact that that's how strict they are, and so far we've passed everything. So we're just getting to the point now where they just need to do their due diligence, which is look at the contracts. We're getting an audit done, by the way. We're getting KYC done.
I was just going to ask you about I'm not too bothered about the KYC on this one, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But the audit, I was going to ask you.
I know, Dono.
I was going to ask you about the audit. Who's doing it?
I have, again, Harmeet knows that one. So I'm going to put my hands up. I don't know who's doing the audit. I know that I'm paying for it. But that's
out of interest. I know the audits are quite expensive. They're in the tens of thousands, aren't they?
Yeah, but the one we're doing at the moment, again, if I've got this wrong, it's my bad. But I think it's a few $1,000s. So we're managing to do it for a more reasonable price. But yeah, we looked at some of the costs and we couldn't believe how much some people are charging.
Some people are charging like 30 grand for audits. I've seen.
How do you get off the ground with that?
I've seen coins charge 30 grand for an audit, and the coin fail on launch. And they try and get refunds from the audit company. It's insane. I completely agree with you.
I'll get the name out as soon as I know.
As for the marketing, I think you've summed it up beautifully, and I think you've made it extremely clear for everyone. And looking at the rest of the phases, I couldn't really ask you to comment on the rest of it because it is such a long time away. And we understand that everything can change in the blink of an eye, and let's hope for a smooth launch before we start talking about the rest of the stuff. But I will say the coin looks extremely promising, and I'm really, really excited for it. I will definitely be investing, and I will definitely be not advising, but telling people if they want to invest, this is 100% safe. Okay, again, you always have your own risks of your money going up and down.
Yeah.
Don't invest if you don't understand the market. But as for coins go, this one looks very promising. I'm happy to say that.
No, I appreciate that, and I just want to say, everyone, the pre-sale competitions are now on as well. So, in the links below, there's going to be the Telegram group, I guess, Scott. If people want to go in there, it's much easier to see it all there laid out. You can also request that information. We'll provide it. There's admins and mods in there. There's just general people who want to be holders who are already helping each other. So there's a really good community behind it. We haven't botted in any of our members, unless someone else has put in 10 or 20, I don't know. But we haven't artificially put in anyone. That's why the group doesn't seem that big right now, but it's at 700 organic members, and we did that in just over a week, which I think's
pretty good. That's good.
Yeah. So I was surprised by the response we had, and it's a very active group. It's going to have the lull days. It's normal. People work and stuff. But if you look at how many people are active and how many people are in it, normally the difference is like, I don't know, 200 times, in a lot of these groups, and they say 10,000 members, where, we've got a very active group. We're trying to grow organically, and that's what we're all about. We don't want to do it. We've had so many people approach us. I know we're finishing up here, where they will say, come on Coin Sniper and we'll give you 1,000 votes. So many people. I'm sure a lot of people say yes or no, whatever they're doing. We're like, no, we don't want to do that. In fact, I'm not bothered about going on any one of those websites, because I want to do real marketing in front of people that actually want to find us, not people that might stumble across Coin Sniper or one of these websites where they go, oh, look what's been voted number one, and they've got like 300,000 votes for a coin that you've never ever heard of. I mean, come on, that's really false. So we're trying to do everything organically. Please, come in the group. You'll know about the competition. It's only just started running. There's multiple competitions, loads of different styles of ones. There's ones about promotions. There's the general one if you just want to go into like a normal competition. There's one about who can make the best marketing material, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, please join.
Yeah, good. Right, looking forward to it. So like you said, all the links will be in the description below. His YouTube channel, all the docs profiles, the website, and the Telegram group. You can find it all in the description below. If you enjoyed the video today, then check out another one of the Pinksale videos or the pre-sale videos. There's a few others on the channel, and there will be some updates coming soon from Jono and his partner Harmeet. Hopefully we'll ask a bit more complicated questions regarding the contract, and we should have that out just before the pre-sale. So
Harmeet and maybe even Prabon as well, but at least Harmeet, because Harmeet will know, be able to give you all the more technical stuff behind the contract and the coin, because he is working so hard. I mean, I've never seen someone work so hard in my life on something. And bear in mind, he's got his part-time job at the moment to go to, and then working late into the night doing it. So
we'll say goodbye for now, but we will be back. Let's hope for the 2nd or the 1st of March. Let's hope we can get a video out by then. We'll put a timestamp on it and say it's going to be then, okay? So, hope you enjoyed, and no worries. I'll see you next time.
Bye.